So today we are going to study the principle of superposition. So we know that if there is a member, if there is an element on which a force P is acting, and this member is of length L, so the strain, we know that the deformation will be PL upon AE, where A is the area or cross-sectional area of this section, E is the Young's modulus, length is L is the length of this member. So next, if we have the same member and there is a force P1, another force is there P2 and P3. So if there are these three forces, now similarly for equilibrium there has to be P1, P2, P3. The total deformation of this member L1 will be P1 P1 L1 upon AE plus P P2 L1 upon AE plus B3 L1 upon A. That means the principle of superposition says that the total deformation of the member will be equal to the deformation due to P1, then plus deformation due to P2 plus deformation due to P3. So we can say that according to the principle of superposition, the resulting strain will be equal to the algebraic sum of strains caused by individual forces acting along the length of the member. Similarly, if we want, if suppose there is a member of length so suppose we have this beam of length total length L. So we have divided this section into four parts: L1, L2, L3, and L4. Now different. Now here we can see that 8 kilonewton is acting at this section. Let's name this as, let us name this as A, B, C, D, and E. So for this now 8 kilonewton is acting here, 4 kilonewton is acting here, 2 kilonewton is acting at this section and at this section, and 4 kilonewton force is acting at this section. Now what we have to find out what will be the total deflection of this beam. So now let us first draw the free body diagrams of these sections A, B, C, D, section AB, BC, CD and DE. First of all, we have to draw the free body diagrams. So how we draw the free body diagram? So for this section AB, we know that 8 kilonewton force is acting here and 4 kilonewton is acting at this point. So for equilibrium of this free body diagram means that each section will be in equilibrium. Total forces acting, the net forces acting on this section will be zero. Sum of all the forces will be zero. So if 8 kilonewton force is acting at the section A, tensile force, then for equilibrium of AB, the total force here should be 8 kilonewton. So we know that already 4 kilonewton force is acting at B. So in addition to this, there will be a force of, or there will be a force of, you can say 4 kilonewton force, additional 4 kilonewton is acting here. So total will be 4, so 4 plus 4 is 8 kilonewton for equilibrium of AB. Now we will move to section BC. So for section BC, what is section BC? We have this 4 kilonewton force that we have added at section B. Then if we add this force here, then an equal and opposite force of 4 kilonewton should be added here. Then only this section can be in equilibrium. For B, क्योंकि B सेक्शन पे एक 4 किलोन्यूटन ऑलरेडी एक्ट कर रही थी, हमने एडिशनल 4 इधर अप्लाई करी है राइट साइड में, तो इसको बैलेंस करने के लिए 4 किलोन्यूटन फोर्स हमें लेफ्ट साइड में अप्लाई करनी पड़ेगी. फॉर एग्जांपल, एक अगर हमारे पास एक पी क्यू नाम बीम है जिसमें एफ फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं दोनों साइड, तो अगर इसको बीच में से ब्रेक करते हैं, बीच हम इसे दो सेक्शंस में फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम बनाना चाहते हैं, दो पोर्शंस ए और बी, तो अगर ए सेक्शन का हम फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम बनाएंगे, इधर फोर्स एफ अप्लाई हो रही है, तो इस फोर्स को बैलेंस करने के लिए, और ये हमारे पास सेक्शन बी है, तो ये इस फोर्स को बैलेंस करने, एक इक्विलिब्रियम के लिए इस फोर्स एफ को बैलेंस करने के लिए हमें यहाँ पर एक फोर्स अप्लाई करनी पड़ेगी एफ, देन ओनली दिस सेक्शन ए कैन बी इन इक्विलिब्रियम. सो लेकिन ये जो हमने फोर्स इधर एक्ट अप्लाई करी है राइट साइड, इसको ये कैसे अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, इसको इक्वल बैलेंस करने के लिए यहाँ पर हमें एफ फोर्स अप्लाई करनी पड़ेगी, और फिर यहाँ पर ऑलरेडी हमारे पास एक फोर्स है, so now we can see that these A and B both are in equilibrium. If a body is not moving, that means that net force acting on that net, the total sum of all the forces acting on that body is equal to 0. So similarly, applying this principle here, we can see that we applied this additional force 4 kilonewton at the section B. तो इधर उसको इसको बैलेंस करने के लिए BC एलिमेंट पे हमने यहाँ पर 4 किलोमीटर अप्लाई करना. सो नाउ कमिंग टू दिस पोर्शन सी, सेक्शन सी पर हम देखते हैं ऑलरेडी एक फोर्स एक्ट हो रही है 2 किलोमीटर, तो टू इज ऑलरेडी एक्टिंग 2 किलोमीटर फोर्स, तो इसको टोटल इसको फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम जो हम बीसी का बना रहे हैं, तो बीसी के इक्विलिब्रियम के लिए total force at section C should be equal to 4 kilonewton. So we will add a force of 2 kilonewton here. So now 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. So BC is also in equilibrium. Now moving on to the next portion CD. C and D. तो यहाँ पर हमने जब C सेक्शन पे 2 किलो न्यूटन एडिशनल फोर्स ऐड करी है, तो इसको बैलेंस करने के लिए एक फोर्स होनी चाहिए 2 किलो न्यूटन सी पे। नाउ कमिंग टू दिस, बट ऑलरेडी डी सेक्शन पे एक 2 किलो न्यूटन फोर्स एक्ट कर रही है। सो नाउ टू बैलेंस दिस 2 plus 2, so net amount of force that we will have to add here is 4 kilonewton. अब 4 किलोन्यूटन अगर हमने यहाँ पर ऐड करी है डी पे, तो सेक्शन डी ई, दिस एलिमेंट डी ई के लिए सेक्शन डी पे फोर्स अप्लाई करी राइट साइड टुवर्ड्स राइट 4 किलोन्यूटन, तो हमें उसको बैलेंस करने के लिए यहाँ पर 4 अप्लाई करनी पड़ेगी डी पे। जो ऑलरेडी यहाँ पर डी पे 2 किलोन्यूटन फोर्स एक्ट कर रही थी, यहाँ पर हम ऑलरेडी यहाँ पर कंसिडर कर चुके हैं। और ई सेक्शन ई पे ऑलरेडी हम जानते हैं कि 4 किलो न्यूटन अप्लाई हो रही है, इट इज ऑलरेडी एक्टिव। सो नाउ वी कैन सी दैट section D is in equilibrium, section CD is in equilibrium, section BC is in equilibrium, section AB is also in equilibrium. So now that means the free body diagrams of all these sections, all these elements are correct. So also we have to check that this entire beam AE, this is in equilibrium. So we can say that the total force acting towards left is 8 plus 2, 10 kilonewton, and total force acting towards right is 4 plus 2 plus 4, that is also 10 kilonewton. So this entire body is also in equilibrium. Now what will be the total deflection of this beam? So deflection of AB is equals to, you can say delta 1, deflection of AB is equals to PL upon AE. So total force acting is 8 kilonewton, 8 into L1 upon area is constant throughout AE. So similarly delta 2, that is deflection of deformation or deflection of BC, is equals to total net force acting is 4 kilonewton, 4 into L2 upon AE. Similarly for section CD, delta 3 is equals to 4 into L3 upon AE, and delta 4 is equals to 4 into sorry 4 into L4 upon AE. But there is a correction here, this delta 3 will be equal to net force acting is 2 kilonewton. In this section CD, the net total tensile force is equal to 2 kilonewton. 4 minus 2 is 2. So this, because sum is 4 minus 2 is equals to 2. Net force acting here is 2 kilonewton. So delta 3 will be equal to, it will not be 4, rather it will be 2 kilonewton. Two into L3 upon A. So now by the principle of superposition, or if we have to see the total deformation delta will be equal to delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta 3 plus delta 4, which will be equal to 1 upon AE, इसे कॉमन ले लिया तो 8L1 plus 4L2 plus 2L3 plus 4L4, right? So this is the total deflection. So here we can see, if we wanted to find the total deflection, we could have found out it like that by using the principle of superposition, that delta is equals to force acting at AB will be equal to 8. You know that the axial force acting here is 8 kilonewton. So it will be 8, the length is L1 upon AE, plus deformation of BC will be equal to, as if 4 kilonewton is acting here, that means the net force will be 4 here. It will be 4 L2 upon AE plus the net compressive force acting here is 2 kilonewton. So it will be 2 L3 upon AE net force acting, and for section DE, you note that the force acting is 4, so 4L4 upon AE. So using this principle of superposition, we can easily calculate the total deformation of any beam when n number of forces are acting at different locations. So let me repeat. According to the principle of superposition, the resulting strain will be equal to the algebraic sum of strains caused by individual forces acting along the length of that number. This is known as principle of superposition. So